And it's 11:30.
You know what time it is.
11:31, 11:32.
Yep. And that means it's Saturday Morning Live with Braden and Leanna.
I'm Leanna.
And I'm Braden. So
we should do an episode where we switch characters and personalities.
I've been doing that since we started.
Got it. Welcome, everyone. It's so good to have you.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of thirsty.
I would love a drink. I've only had one this morning.
Only one?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta catch up.
I know. But unfortunately, Klaus, our bartender, is ill. He got sick.
So
he has scurvy. Yeah.
What is scurvy exactly?
It's when you don't get enough vitamin C.
Oh. Well, we have orange juice in the bar.
He got scurvy. So we have a intern bartender. So
we do.
What are you gonna have?
I think I'm gonna switch it up because we
always have champagne.
We always have champagne. So I think I'm gonna switch it up because our interim bartender really needs to test his skills.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna stick with champagne.
Oh. Wow, you really old switcheroo. I'm gonna have a champagne as well.
I just can't go
So
without
thank you
it.
so much.
Here we
Thank
go.
you so much.
Okay, thank
This
you.
is so wonderful. You guys.
We
are live.
The
Hey
bar is
guys.
over there.
You might remember me from season 1, episode 1 of Saturday Morning Live.
They probably don't.
The first episode.
I would
So
also like
limited
a
production.
water. As
A
well.
water?
Yeah, I need a
Can
water.
I get you anything else?
No, but actually our bartender doesn't usually stay, and he just.
All we need to see is your hand in the shot. Just your hand. It's
all
okay.
right.
You're learning.
No, a couple of questions. 1 second.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So good to see you. How you been?
Really good. Also, so glad Tyler got out of jail.
Who?
Tyler, because we had to bail him out.
Oh, right. That was the charge on my credit card. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
How's your finger doing, Mountain Woman?
It's much better. It's still kind of old crony.
It's very scurvy. Scurvy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still a little fucked.
Wow. Happy Saturday.
Sorry, censors. Okay. I think we should go right to our first game because we have a lot of guests. We didn't even say what we have on the show today. We have 2 guests on the show today. We have so much to get to. We have to start our first game right away. Otherwise, we're never going to make it on time.
Sure. We have all day. We could just change the name to Saturday Live.
And just go an 11-hour show.
Yeah, why not?
Right up until Saturday Night Live starts, which we also produce.
Did you see the sheet cake episode with Tina Fey? God, it's so good. What is going on in the world?
Episode on Facebook, that little 2.5-minute episode. I saw it.
It was a skit.
Oh well.
But it was in the episode. What are we playing?
We're going to play our favorite game to start the day off with, and that is...
Drinking with the Headlines! I think it's done, but it's not.
Did they finish? That's right.
God, thank you to the band. The band always gets better and better every episode. Wow.
Okay, we're going to play Drinking with the Headlines. You guys know how this game is played. We've played it many times.
I always win.
All right.
She always wins.
No, okay. We read a headline and then we guess which newspaper outlet it came from. If you get the answer right,
you take 2 drinks.
2 drinks. If you get it
You're
wrong,
welcome. You take 1
drink. So you want to get it right.
You want to get it right because you want to take 2 drinks. All right, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I want you to read me a question first.
All right, I will. It's not a question. It's just a headline. It's Drinking with the Headlines. Okay, so fake cops. Can't read this handwriting. Fake cops posing as Chicago officers pull over real off-duty cop during bizarre traffic stop. I don't really know what that means.
So bizarre. I'm going to guess it happened in Chicago.
Probably.
Since Chicago's in the title, I'm going to guess the Chicago Tribune.
Wrong. I'll give you another guess.
The Chicago Herald.
No. Actually, let's not even pretend it's not in Chicago.
Okay.
Another outlet can cover some other city's news. Just a tip.
Okay. A fake cop.
It's all fake.
Who wants to talk about fake cops? Fake news. Fox News.
No.
Okay.
It is Huffington Post.
Huffington.
But the Missouri Bureau.
The This is not who wrote these questions. This is not how this game works.
You asked someone in the studio audience, we all know who, I'm not going to say names.
Tyler.
To write these questions.
Okay.
And they're not questions, they're headlines. They're calling it that.
Okay, here's the headline.
Okay, take a sip, you got it wrong.
Yeah, but I'm seeing the next headline I have to read and... Okay.
Can't wait for that. Give it to me.
I don't understand what this sentence means.
Just decipher it.
Constipated gorilla in 200.
Zoo.
Oh. Okay.
200. Okay.
Constipated gorilla in zoo. Makes so much recovering after surgery.
Okay.
Sorry, this story makes me tear up a little bit.
It's sad. It's really sad.
It's really sad.
Okay, constipated gorilla in a zoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are their zoos? I like to do context clues.
Yeah.
I like to figure out. Okay, constipated gorilla in zoo. What's the rest of the headline?
Recovering after surgery.
Oh, okay. I am going to say San Diego.
Ooh, good guess. Big zoo there.
Yeah. What's an outlet in San Diego? The San Diego Post. I got it right.
No, that's wrong. It was the Houston Chronicle.
Oh.
Yeah, Houston
I should have
Chronicle.
known that, being from Texas.
Okay, you.
My turn. Oh, I got it wrong.
Last round, final round. We're tied
Okay.
now. We both lost.
How I fell in love with my sex doll. I know what outlet this is.
I'm gonna go with the Florida Gator Times. Final answer.
That's not even an outlet. You're
Well,
wrong.
You
Surprise,
haven't searched
surprise.
the internet deep enough.
Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's real. We all know this. It's the New York Post.
Oh.
Take a sip. What,
Okay.
what, I'm gonna get this one right. I know
Okay,
I am.
okay.
I know I am.
Oh God. All right.
Okay. Let me know if you need help from the studio audience.
Are these even real? I don't know. I don't know that I
Yes.
believe that these are real.
Don't believe anything you read.
Okay. Man accused of spraying poop on border patrol car.
That is vile. Well, where's their poop? Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Where's their men? Everywhere. Where
Most
are their?
places.
Unfortunately, where are their spray guns?
That's a good question.
You know.
A gun-related question. Ooh, sorry for the place where this came out of.
Alabama.
Oh.
Arkansas. Florida. Kansas. Nebraska. Maine. New York. Illinois?
No.
I don't know.
Philadelphia Daily News.
Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia.
Wow, what a...
We suck.
Honestly, I feel like it was our intern.
It was the intern.
Who
Well,
fucked
because
that up for
this
us.
is what happened is we didn't have a crew last month, as we know.
Right.
And we had the best show ever. We actually had the most views from our last show,
Mhm.
not having a crew.
Could have been because...
So without,
Sorry about that, by the way. But...
don't apologize.
Mm-hmm. We did fire our crew, if you remember.
We did, and then we had all of these applicants, so that's why we have a crew.
Brand new crew.
Full.
Brand new crew.
We took
Such
advice
nice
from
to
our.
hear. Just mentioning the crew wanted to come through. Just a
Okay.
courtesy
Again,
fill.
I said a hand.
Oh.
1 second, I'll be right there.
Okay. It's funny to me because I like when Braden gets wet.
I do too.
Ooh.
Okay, let's move right along. Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's bring our first
we would
guest
love
out.
to introduce our first guest, the beautiful, the incomparable,
Oh, she's
the
amazing.
fabulous, the talented, the
Yes.
inspirational. Give me some more adjectives.
She's hilarious. She's funny. She's sweet. She's a visual artist. She's an amazing artist, by the way. She makes super cool stuff. You guys gotta know about it. We're gonna bring her on. She's gonna tell you. Her name is
Jade
White.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Please join us. Yes, thank you.
I'm sorry about about the
Excellent.
wetness.
Sorry about the splash zone.
Yeah, just ignore this. I'll just put a hand over it.
Maybe there's some changes that might need to be made.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, wow, criticizing the show already.
I agree with her.
Straight out of the bat, just coming on saying, like, change your crew. No, I like it.
I do too. We need a boss around here.
Can't help myself.
How are you,
I'm
Jade?
great.
It's so good to
I'm
see
really
you.
excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we've been wanting to get you on the show because we both love you, and
We both
also
love
we
you.
love your art, so we
Thank
wanted you to
you.
come on and tell people about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, before you do that, you have to catch up with us.
Oh yeah, you need to
Oh,
drink.
right. Yes, of course.
What would you like to drink? I have to forewarn you that our bartender is not as talented.
Just let me know when I can get you! Oh my god!
Okay.
No, maybe the drinks are better mixed than poured.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps.
So I should probably get something mixed.
Yeah.
Okay, shaken. Maybe.
Mhm.
How about a Moscow Mule?
Sure.
Do you guys do that?
Can
Yeah,
he
we
do
can do
it?
anything.
Can always.
We'll just like that right there. Just
you-
the hand. Just
hold on.
your hand.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Do you have it? Do you have it?
You have it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
So
Oh.
good to see you, Jade.
Oh, okay.
See you after the show.
Okay, bye. I'm so sorry about
It's really embarrassing, and I'm
that. I'm really
still
sorry
wet.
about that.
No, it's fine. It happens sometimes.
Right.
Moscow Mule. What a
thank you.
classy.
Cheers.
classy
Happy
drink.
Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day up here in Harlem. We're
Yeah.
having a great time.
Yeah, we're having a good time. Delicious.
And-
Is it?
Mhm.
Good. So we
Oh,
can't
well
make a
done.
drink. Okay,
Well done.
great.
So Jade, you are a visual artist, you are a freelance artist, you do all kinds of stuff. You paint, you draw, you do event production, you do you have beautiful scripts. You make
Thank you.
Honestly, she does all the things.
Everything, and what I'm really interested in is the freelancing aspect. Because
Me too.
because in my career a lot of people are going freelance. The work-life balance is extremely important in this day and age, and you
You're
resemble that.
hustling.
You're hustling and you're making it work. How do you do it?
Well, I've been freelance for almost 3 years.
Nice.
In February, it'll be complete 3 years without anybody being my boss except for me, which is really exciting.
Wow, I'm
Yes.
gonna take a little note.
Studio audience, they're all raising their hands. They're all raising the roof.
Well, it is a balance, like you're saying. It's a work-life balance. You have to be ready to go with the lean times as much as the robust times,
Yeah.
right? You have to be willing to like weather that storm because there's definitely times where you're like, oh my god, what's next?
Right.
I have no idea how I'm gonna make my next
So
paycheck.
when you have that thought, though, how do you answer that? Like,
Yeah.
This is gonna sound really cheesy, but
Okay.
it is like a never-ending faith that like everything will be okay. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do what I have to do
Mhm.
to make this work.
Where do you get that faith?
Sex work. What?
Oh, well, sometimes
We were talking
when it
about
comes to that.
faith, Leanna.
So was I.
But I have faith in myself
Yeah.
above all.
Where did you get that? Where did you get that rock? Were you taught that? Did you discover that? Does it come from your childhood?
I think there's a lot of examples of it in my life. I go to church.
Yeah.
I definitely
We went to
try
church together
We
last week.
did.
It was
Sorry, I
beautiful.
went straight to sex work.
Okay.
But you know what?
You know what? Know your audience.
Yeah.
I do.
And we have
I
a
don't.
diverse audience,
Yeah.
so we're playing to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I got the daily affirmation, the daily word, like
Uh-huh.
pamphlet. So at work, in my office, every morning I read
Oh,
out loud
very
to everyone.
nice.
It's great. It's great.
I bet everyone loves that.
Everyone does love that, and they ask for it. And I also substitute the word God for whatever God that they believe in, because we're all inclusive.
Power, spirit, whatever that may be.
Baby.
But I think that that's part of the inspiration for my art too. You know,
Yeah.
just knowing that like you have to create and you have to follow that inner voice inside you, whatever it is, like power, spirit, the universe, whatever you
Yeah.
choose to call it. Like I have been drawn to create. Haha. It's something that like I don't think I can ever get rid of, and that's part of the reason that I went freelance. I was just like, I gotta be doing something different. I have variety. You're saying like, oh, you do everything. So a lot of people don't know what I do because
What do you do?
I do exactly what you guys are talking about. I'm an event producer. I'm an installation artist. I'm a painter. I'm a hand letterer. I'm also a producer, which is like.
Well, we're actually hiring at the moment.
Yeah,
Is that right?
because we're firing all of these people.
So this
Again.
is a job interview.
This is a job interview.
Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on today.
They're firing people?
you think they're fine?
You just keep it quiet behind the camera.
This is a show.
Thank you so much.
I need my pension.
That brings me to a very interesting question because I'm a big fan of your work, and there's two projects I want to ask you about. But the one that is the coolest to me is a project you did called the Ambient Dream Machine, which I'm super into. And this was, as far as I can tell from looking at your work online, which I do, not in a creepy way, I promise.
Sounds creepy.
Okay, I do stalk her online. So it was like an immersive art experience at a music festival.
Yeah,
correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine who happens to be my roommate, he is really into the festival scene, and he's a DJ, and he travels all over the country going to different festivals and stuff. And this was his brainchild. He came to me with this idea of like, I want to create something, the combination of what you would see in a museum, what you would see in a festival, and then like with a little touch of my own ideas, and like bringing people out of this like super stimulative festival zone and like giving them a moment to just escape and chill and relax and kind of ingest what they are immersing themselves in, right? So what we did is we basically built a bed in the woods. And so I was head of design for this project, and that's kind of where my role tends to land. Somebody comes to me with this like crazy idea, and they don't know how to make it. They know that it's possible, but they don't know how to see it into fruition.
That is what I was thinking about when I was looking at all the images of this project, was that I bet it just feels like something that somebody came to you with like sky in the pie idea and you just made it happen. And also, as a person who has frequented music festivals and as a person who likes to do drugs, I feel like this would be an art exhibit made for me, like an immersive kind of bedroom.
It could be
in
for
the
me
woods.
too, because I love beds.
Okay, so it's for everyone. But it was really a really cool idea.
So how did you like physically make the bed in the woods? Like what goes on in your mind? Someone gives you this idea. Okay, how do you execute?
It's a whole atmosphere too. It's not just the bed. It was like a curated sort of experience.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. And there were 4 elements. One was the bed itself with all kinds of pillows and like custom made linens and candles, and like kind of a wedding cake fashion, so you could like sit up against it. There was an immersive light installation, and we were on the edge of a lake, which was just a happenstance moment. We set up on the edge of the lake so you could like look across the lake to another stage, and through this light installation from this bed, there were also live video projections and a 6-point sound system with live DJs playing ambient music.
Dope.
Yeah, so it's very different from the festival scene. You know, you have your kind of more, I don't know the terminology, but like more like rave DJs, and then a little bit more calm techno DJs, and then our experience was completely different than what anybody else was offering. So it really did give you a moment of escape, and it was incredibly intimate too.
I think you should think about partnering with Brian Eno, who's also a big ambient person. And
love him.
And I will say too, your ties, which just came to me now, is that Brian Eno has made some amazing albums, music for airports, for the German airports, and you did an installation for KLM.
True. Oh,
so,
that would be amazing.
In an airport, pop-up shop in an airport, you did a really cool installation for that. So
you really do stalk her.
She knows.
Honestly,
she knows what's up.
Jade should be afraid of me.
Wow, I thought we were friends, but I didn't even know there was a girl
I've
crush.
gone deep. I've gone real deep.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Like, that's what the content is there for. In fact, you're talking about being a freelancer and like tips for freelancers. That is a huge pro tip. Your content that you put online of your work needs to be sexy. Your language,
sexy content
to describe this content needs to be luxurious.
We're on the right track, Leanna.
Yes.
Oh, our content.
Because there is
sexy.
nothing but sexiness happening here.
I learned from the best, guys.
I want to refer to last month's episode when my dress was real short. Sorry about that. Ooh, so sorry.
No, we're not. We're not sorry about
We're
that.
not sorry either.
Listen, talking about sexy content reminds me that we have a sexy game to play.
Let's play.
And I think we should move to it.
Okay, let's do it.
Right?
I guess.
Okay, we have a special game that we've created just for you.
Oh.
Okay, and we're calling this game
Arts and Laughs.
Woo! Yes.
Arts and Laughs.
Farts and laughs.
Sure.
Okay.
I love those two.
Oh wow. Here's how we're gonna play this game.
All right, I'm gonna need my hands, I guess, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So our producer, that's right, she was fired and rehired.
And promoted.
Our producer,
Yeah,
Kayla
value.
Bilotto, has come up with items for us to draw. This is going to be
I'm not
a
a
drawing
good
game.
artist. I'm
So
really not a good artist.
Don't look at what you have to draw yet, okay?
What I have to draw is in this? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Remember
it's in
the
here.
faith.
So we
Keep
don't
the
know.
faith. You got that.
Right.
We don't know what we're going to draw. We have no idea. This is totally random. Our producer came up with this. I will say the only rules are you cannot use any letters, okay?
Letters.
You can only
Got it.
draw. Now, the way you win this game is you draw your item, and then the other people have to guess what it is. And if they can guess it, then you win.
Sounds
okay?
pretty
Here's your-
And
obvious.
if they
It's
don't
pretty-
guess it, do we get to laugh at the person?
Yes.
Or do they laugh at us?
If we can't guess what it is, it means you're a terrible artist. and you
I am
should
already
just-
I'm admitting I'm a terrible artist.
Well, look,
I admit that.
you know what? It's an even playing field, okay? So these are simple things. I've been told they're simple things to draw.
If I can't write letters, what do you mean, like the English alphabet letters?
Oh, yes,
Or...
you can only draw. You cannot make any kind of written. Here's a marker for you.
Okay. Ready.
Okay,
You got
so
this, Braden. I
here's-
have faith in you.
It's going to be Jeopardy
you,
style. If we can
Julia.
get somebody in the audience to make a quick, like just a sound. I didn't program this sound cue, but maybe somebody could just make some music for us while
Make
we.
it appropriate, please.
Okay,
I
so
see
everyone,
those wheels
everyone
turning.
look at it. Don't show anyone, and start drawing. Here we go.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Oh, perfect. Sound music.
I don't even know what this is. I literally don't know what this is.
Hide it. Don't let anyone see it.
This is my favorite music to draw to, actually. Thank you for picking this cue.
You're welcome. Oh, my marker's dead. It's okay.
I can't do it.
Just draw it.
I don't even know what it is.
Just draw it. Just draw it.
Try harder than that.
You want us to guess what it is.
I die watching today.
Just try to get us to guess it.
So many ways. Oops, I did it again.
Is there another?
Here, I got one for you. Here, take this one.
Oh, thank you so much.
And friends.
Give me your marker, Braden.
3,
since you're done.
2,
Braden.
and
Oh,
1.
shit! Bing, bing, bing! Bing, bing, bing! Okay. Okay, I'll go first.
Cheer.
Okay. Okay, you have to guess what it is.
Wow.
The sun.
That is
Duh.
Okay, but more specific.
a happy sun. Like, cool sun.
Yes!
Cool sun! Cool sun?
Sun?
Yes! Cool sun! Sunglasses are like
Yeah.
the symbol of cool. Universal symbol of cool.
Cool
Yeah,
sun.
that's literally anyone
Wow.
can draw that.
I won 2 drinks.
2
Oh my
drinks.
god, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Your first
great.
win.
Okay.
I see what's going on here. I got the hard card.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
See,
mine
they're-
was kind of hard.
Honestly,
Let's
they're
see.
Mine
all
was kind of
equal.
hard too.
No, they're
They're
not
all-
all equal. I'm
well-
telling you right now. Wait till you see mine.
Well, all right.
I
Let's
don't know
see.
what yours was, but
Let's,
I don't either. And I saw it.
Let's see if you can guess this.
Okay.
dinosaur.
Brontosaurus.
You know what? We were gonna give you the award for specificity.
Yeah.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
I always-
No, I'm the
you-
game master. I'm the game master.
But you do know names of dinosaurs, and
I
that's
know
Yes,
mine.
and
I
that's-
graduated summa cum laude.
See, this is what they give.
On the internet, look that up. See if that's true.
It is true. I got my degree in my room. I don't. I should.
That
Okay.
is a really
Jade,
shitty dinosaur.
No, that's
but
great. This
Oh wait, so your card was just dinosaur?
It was dinosaur, yeah.
Any
what?
anyone can draw a dinosaur
Okay,
doll.
I'm really-
Wow, that's so rude to our guest. Honestly,
Yeah.
to say that.
I am a professional artist.
Yeah, and you're just like anyone could draw a dinosaur. Let me take this cap from you.
I'm gonna just sign
I'll
this,
bring-
and I'll
you can
leave it
just-
here for its value.
Please do, Jade.
Someday.
We're gonna
Actually,
raffle this off.
I will put this up. I'll get it matted and framed, and I'll.
Well,
I'll
you
keep it
should
around.
because it's very valuable. And if it gets damaged,
Okay, well you won. You should take 2 drinks.
Well-
Oh, we guessed
right,
what it was.
right.
Okay, now Braden, what is yours? We're gonna guess what it is.
Okay. Guess.
galaxy.
So wait, a snowstorm.
Sure. Y'all want to see what this?
Dalmatian fur swatch.
What is it?
This is what my card was.
Oh, Tanzania. That does not look anything like Tanzania.
What is Tanzania?
It's
Well,
a geographic location.
I figure I know it's a country. I think,
It's in Eastern Africa.
Tasmanian devils are there
Wow.
That's true.
Honestly, like, I feel like anyone could have drawn that, so.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy thing
Draw
to
it.
draw. I mean,
Here, by all means,
We
draw
don't
it.
have time because we have another guest that has to come
Oh,
on
that's
because
right.
we have one more guest today, and he's amazing. I'm not exactly sure what
You
his-
gave it your best effort, and you are
Yes,
not
okay,
the
you
worst artist I've ever seen.
with the worst artist on the show, but that's okay. Our next guest is an author of sorts. I've never met him before. Our producer Kayla booked him.
Okay.
So let's bring him on.
Without our approval?
Surprise guest.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
an author. His name is Stanley Powers. So Stanley, come on out. We'd love to introduce you. Come on out.
Right here, Stanley.
Hi. Just you can go ahead and
Right
sit
here.
down. You can just sit down right here. Hi. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
Sure.
being
Thank you
here.
for
Happy
being here.
Saturday.
Thank you. I love the weekends.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do too.
yes.
I live for the
Me
weekends.
too. Cheers.
Good. You seem to be a little. You're looking behind you a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm
So-
I'm always am always on my toes, ready. That's
Well,
what my book's all about.
Oh, great.
Right, your book. You're an author.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so-
What is your book about?
My book is called Blending Like a Civilian.
Oh.
And so, so it's just some tips on how to be, just an incognito, run-of-the-mill citizen.
Okay.
Nice. I know a lot of people that could learn from this book.
Is there a big
Charlottesville.
Is there a big market for? Oh, we went there. Is there a big
Got to.
market for people trying to just be normal citizens? or-
I'd say increasingly so. As the universe expands.
Oh.
What do you mean
think that
expand?
just as we're learning about more and more people.
Oh, as our
in the
minds
universe.
expand.
In the-
Got it.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's really important that
Uh-huh.
people like me know how to blend like a civilian.
And what do you mean by people like? Are you not a civilian?
Oh no, I am. You can tell by my plainclothes hoodie and hat.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you do have a very nondescript hoodie and hat.
No logos there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's hard for us to see your eyes because your hat is kind of
Yeah.
just
Why would one want to be a normal run-of-the-mill civilian?
If something like if like Hydra is chasing you.
Who?
What?
Who?
What is?
If like a hydraulics is what I meant to say, like a hydraulic system.
Oh,
Or
hydraulic.
like aquatics. Like you've been walking down the street and the water, a fire hydrant kicks on and the water's running and you gotta get away from there.
Oh. So your book is teaching people how to get away from a fire hydrant?
Yeah, I mean, it can be. It's many things. I think that it'll help if maybe I share some of my hot tips.
Yeah.
okay. I would love to hear about your hot stuff. Okay, so
Hot
you
tips for blending. Hot tips for blending.
You
Well,
wrote-
like contours and blending my.
Oh no, just like blending into society. So so that,
Right, blending.
that people
That
won't
kind of
see
blending.
the bad people.
Oh, the bad people.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a good versus evil
Absolutely,
type of
absolutely.
thing. Okay, I have to just make a comment about your name, Stanley Powers.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very heavily referencing like a sort of a superhero kind of
What?
mythos.
What?
I don't.
What? That's not. What are you? No, we.
And it's like when you came into the studio, you had a cape on, and then you changed into.
I
Yeah,
don't
why
know.
did you do that?
I don't know what that's.
The name
referencing.
almost implies power.
Yeah.
Superpower.
Superpower is kind
Yeah.
of what I.
No, I'm just a run-of-the-mill civilian who wears plain hoodies and hats and goes to cafes.
Okay, see that's
Oh.
just the mere fact that you're just
I go
saying
to cafes.
you're a plainclothes
I go to
civilian.
cafes,
Yes.
but I don't think I'm a plain civilian
That's
by
not.
any
People
means.
don't say. You know what? Let's just move on to your book.
Let's talk about the tips.
Let's hear some tips.
Yeah,
from
I
your
got
book.
some great
And,
tips.
Who's your target audience for this book?
I would say target audience. Wow. I mean, I think everyone could really benefit from this,
Mhm.
Okay.
but especially people who are threatened by forces of evil.
Oh.
Let's hear the first tip.
Okay, so first tip when blending like a civilian is you have to eat something normal, all right? Be eating a snack. When you're walking down the street, you're seeing someone eating, it's inconspicuous. It blends. You're like, oh, that person's just hanging out and eating something.
Just eating a
Personally,
normal snack.
I enjoy a bag of pork rinds. Because when you're walking down the street and you see someone on the street just prowling around on
This is
me,
not. No, that's
just prowling
not.
on me, you're like, that's a civilian who's blending.
I've
See,
never.
I would notice
I would.
someone doing this.
They're very loud snacks.
They're very
And they're
loud. They're drawing
smelly.
attention to. I
They
feel like
stink.
pork rinds are a very specific
But
type.
they're actually really low in calories.
They're pretty tasty.
We're so
see, actually, being loud has to do with my next tip, though.
Oh,
Has to do
okay.
with my next
yeah.
tip.
All right.
And I'm going to take one of these, though. It's sort of counterintuitive, this next tip.
Okay.
Right.
But when you're trying to blend in,
Mm-hmm.
you have to just talk at a normal tone of voice, even though no one is around.
Oh no, that's
So you're talking when no
very
one-
conspicuous.
Yeah, so you look down at whatever you're doing, perhaps a table or a set of silverware you're fidgeting with, and you just have to be able to just, at a normal tone of voice, say things like, Tony, are you up there? What's the view from up top, Tony? Wanda, are you in place? Wanda. Stuff like that.
Wow.
Nobody suspects anything.
I feel very
Suspect
rude.
what, though?
Let's.
What?
We didn't get him a drink.
Those
Can we get you a
stink
drink?
so
These
bad.
pork rinds smell awful. That's very
They would-
conspicuous, honestly.
It might be a little bit more conspicuous to have a beverage with said snack. Perhaps? Maybe a...
But we want to offer you. What would you like to drink?
Yeah, so the only drink that I get when I'm trying to blend in like a bar or a nightclub setting
Mhm.
is a Diet Coke.
Oh, I can do a diet. I can do a Diet Coke.
Here we.
Uh,
What? Stan? Don't.
Wait,
You look so familiar. He's just a normal citizen.
I'm just a civilian.
that blends.
Wait.
Just a normal.
Black hat, normal hoodie, Diet Coke.
Mhm.
Do you know this man?
Stan! Don't!
Honestly,
Mykonos?
like it's Tyler.
Mykonos.
You don't...
Here,
I mean...
Hawkeye, we have a problem.
Hawkeye.
Is that an intern? Here,
No, he's
Stan,
talking about
Stan,
you.
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Alright,
for
well,
Honestly,
thank you.
You
I'm
can
sorry.
find me
I
after the show, it's okay.
Yeah, I just have a face like that, I guess.
Sounds just I
I'm gonna,
don't know.
Thank
Mykonos, think about it.
I'm gonna address the elephant in the room here and just say that
This is a good Diet Coke.
that's a very awkward thing to say. I'm just gonna say, Stanley Powers, I feel like I recognize you. I have been living I've been living in New York for a long time, okay? I know who is really,
You can tell who blends and who doesn't.
who blends and who doesn't, and I recognize,
You also remember the alien invasion.
I remember the alien invasion.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I recognize Captain USA when I see
Yeah,
him. Okay,
it's me,
so,
guys. Guys, it's
okay.
me.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That is crazy!
Yeah.
Stan, you had me going!
It's
Wow.
me, everybody.
You had me going!
It's me.
Oh
I know
my
it was
God.
confusing because I had the hat on and was sipping a generic Diet Coke,
Mhm.
but it's me, a Marvel superhero. It
Captain
was me
USA.
the whole time.
Aw, what are you
Diet
doing to
Coke.
save our
Diet Coke
planet?
should've known.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Should've known.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, what am I doing to save our? I'm writing this book.
Oh, right.
You know?
So
I'm
you're
trying
trying
to
to help these superheroes blend into
Yes.
society.
It is
Where-
hard out there.
Where
for a
can one
superhero.
find your book if we want to read it just
Mhm.
casually in a cafe on a Saturday morning?
Casually in a cafe on a Saturday morning, absolutely. So I would suggest getting in touch with an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. or going to a Barnes & Noble.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
great.
so you have a deal with them.
I
Great.
do have a deal with
Great.
them, but also you can get it through S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. I just want to say to Stanley or Mr. USA, however you prefer to be addressed, you know that by coming on this show, you have inherently ruined your anonymity because this is a live YouTube show on the
Okay.
internet,
Good.
Live to where?
live to the entire internet.
Like the world. The
So,
world watches
literally
our show.
anyone
Everyone's
who-
watching this?
Everyone.
Everyone's
very live.
Who's
It's
anyone
a
is watching
live-
Saturday Morning Live with
Most
Braden and
live you
Leanna.
can get.
It's a very popular
I thought
show.
this was a podcast. You You said this is a...
Okay, so
No,
this
that's
light,
camera,
our
so we
entire
have
crew,
camera, we have
this
lights.
camera is pointing at us.
Mhm.
Right there, that hole, that circle.
So
Yeah.
you don't
That's
even have a mic.
That's a microphone.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
just
is.
to
That's
the
a
right of that, there
microphone.
is a circle.
There's a camera.
Just that is
Right.
That is
gonna
That's
be
a
true.
sound
recording the
engineer who's
record.
working on the levels.
And that's our producer, and that is our grip, and that's our intern, and that's our executive producer.
Okay.
And
And
that's
that's our
Oprah.
studio audience.
That's Oprah Winfrey,
We have our
and there's our
band.
band over there.
I'm seeing it now.
We-
You're pointing it out. I'm seeing it.
Yeah. How can you
Now.
miss that? You were in the green room. They were doing your makeup.
You
because
saw the
You think you were getting your
monitor, right?
makeup done to be on a podcast?
No, I thought I was getting my makeup done to blend in like a civilian.
Got
Okay,
it.
well,
That does make sense. You
That
know,
does
I could
make sense.
understand how you could come to that conclusion,
Mhm.
right?
wow. Well, I'm really sorry, but I think your book will get more publicity now.
Yeah,
that
that's
people-
great. That's
Sure.
People know it was written by Miss Captain USA, so.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go freelance and just like you can tour.
There
Oh,
we
there
go.
it
I think that's
is.
key here.
There
That's
it
actually
is.
Freelance
that's actually a great tip.
Will
'cause
help
I-
you blend. You have
I-
a reason to be in cafes.
Yes.
You stay there all day with your laptop. Nobody questions
You'll
you.
be your own boss.
You don't have a job, but you kind of have a job.
You
and,
won't
like,
have to
you're in
report
the
to
middle.
Shield.
Right.
Yeah, that's helpful because I'm getting tired of Fury. He's
Oh,
breathing
wow.
down my neck. and
Hot
I-
tip.
ready
Hot
for
scoop.
a break.
Yeah.
Ready
That's
to
right.
retire.
Wow.
Oh,
the hot
gosh.
goss.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of nothing, we should play a game.
Let's play our game.
Ooh, games. You like games?
Yeah, I
So,
like games.
this is
Civilians play games.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Everyone.
And this game, very normal civilian game, is called Would You Rather.
Like that
So
one.
I'm going to be the game master here. I'm going to present you three with two different scenarios.
Okay.
Okay, and you have to pick which one you would rather do. Now,
Sure.
you can ask me questions about the scenarios.
I probably will.
Great.
And then at the end, you pick which one you prefer.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So everyone take a drink while I decide what the scenarios are.
Yep, no problem.
Okay. I got it. Okay.
Great.
Uh,
beverage.
Wow, thank you for taking my advice. This is exactly what we needed.
Well, you
no
guys-
words,
Thank you
there
so
are words.
I've been practicing.
much.
Just a hand.
Thank
We
you
don't
so
need
much.
to see, we don't need to
He's
hear
nice,
you.
so she's good.
We just
But you
need
know what?
I did
a
it.
drink.
Okay. Would you rather your face is a lamp, but everyone is attracted to it like a moth to a flame? Or your eyes shoot. These are pre-prepared. Your eyes shoot sunbeams out of them every time you buy new clothes.
Okay. So, is there an expiration date on these sunbeams? They last a certain
That's a
length of
great
time.
question.
Okay,
That actually
the sunbeams
helps.
will come out of your eyes until you die. Every time you're buying new clothes.
So is it
Yeah,
as
but,
soon
like-
as you walk into
Right.
like an H&M?
Like,
For
cha-ching.
example.
What if
Thanks.
you online shop?
It's happening when you online shop, and that's a great question
Uh-oh.
because it will destroy your computer.
I don't shop on my computer. That's
So
so
they're-
2016.
All right. So they're strong. They're very strong.
They're
Yeah,
sunbeams,
they're sunbeams.
Jade.
They're
Tell,
sunbeams.
tell me more about this lamp one.
Yeah,
What's
what about
your
this
question?
That's
one?
interesting.
What's your question?
Just what is that?
Your
What does that mean?
face is lamp.
Your face is a lamp. I think I had a qualifier, but I forget what it was.
But it
I think
only.
everyone is attracted to it.
Oh,
like moths
yes,
to a
that's
flame.
what it is.
So, but like your actual face
Quite a
is a
qualifier.
literal lamp.
Your face is a lamp, okay? But let me just say, you didn't ask, but I'll tell you.
Thank you.
It's sort of a late '80s kind of lamp with that sort of ridged. You have a big
Shade. You have a shade face.
You have a shade face. You do have trouble, like it's a big shade.
Got
Okay.
it. Got
So
it.
you're bumbling. You're like your head is
See
knocking
that
into
to me though
into
feels
the-
like it really has the potential to blend. I don't think that would stand out that
I
much.
would notice some fool if their face was a lampshade.
You would also notice a fool with sunbeam eyes. That
Not
blinded
if they're
you.
not buying new clothes.
Well, if
They
I
could
go
just be a normal
into
person.
an H&M, I'm going to burn you.
I would
And
burn you too for
everybody-
shopping at H&M.
Wow.
Let me just say, everyone
You know
has
what they do to those factory workers over in the other countries that make H&M
I
clothes?
do know because I
Taiwan.
fight to stop it.
We all should fight to stop it.
Yeah.
Don't shop at H&M. Sorry.
This
H&M.
is- this-
Unless you want to
okay.
produce and sponsor our show,
Well,
then
H&M, if you want to sponsor us, we'll take that back. I'm going to give everyone one last question. You can ask one question about
Wait, I don't know
either
anyone's
scenario.
answers.
No, you can ask one question and then you pick.
Okay.
So, okay,
Right.
Braden, you ask the first. You start.
With
You
what?
can ask one question about either scenario and I'll answer.
Okay. For the sunbeam
Yes.
option,
Yes.
you're saying that when we online shop.
Yeah.
No.
Any new clothes.
Sorry, that's just I normally online home. When you buy new clothes, what if it's vintage items because they're not new? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
good qualifier.
that's an excellent question.
Thank you
If
very
you're
much.
buying,
I graduated summa cum laude.
if you're buying vintage items, your eyeballs will melt from the inside.
Whoa.
Who? Why?
So you have to buy.
That's the reality of
stuff.
this scenario.
Damn.
So it's worse.
So
to buy
you-
vintage.
It's
Situation.
bad for you to buy vintage in this
I'm
situation.
thinking I'm gonna have to choose a lamp.
Okay, haven't asked
Would
for
everyone
choices
in
yet.
Williamsburg just die right away?
Is that your question?
No. It's more of just.
It's just
throwing
a
it
question.
out.
It's
Yeah,
not his
just
question.
a question.
Okay,
It's not-
well,
He's a blending
everybody's
civilian.
What
should
is
be
your
all of
question
our
about
questions.
the scenarios?
Okay, my question about the scenarios is with these I-beams.
Yes.
All right. That feels like if I were to take that on, that I'd be sort of foraying into some legal issues with another
character-wise?
universe.
Totally.
Yeah, so I just
Totally.
want to make sure
Real
that
concern.
I'm not going to be
Real life.
held responsible in a court of law.
What is the court of law these
You
days?
you won't be held responsible for copyright infringement, but you will be held accountable on murder
For
because
destroying a store.
for destroying stores and people's lives when you buy new
Wow,
stores.
it's a moral dilemma.
Yeah. So last question.
Okay, if I have sunbeams coming out of my eyeballs,
It
No.
seems like
Seems like
everyone's
we're
attracted to
waiting
the
for it that way, yeah.
sunbeams.
People don't have questions
They
about
have
the lamp.
power.
Because it
I
sucks.
feel like they
There's
have
no
power.
way that
Feels pretty
anyone's face
straightforward.
can be a lamp.
Well,
is it a heat lamp? Can it be used?
Is that
to
your question?
Okay, yes. Okay, I'll ask about lamp. Is it a lamp that is capable of growing things?
Like photosynthesis.
Your face
style.
is a lamp and everyone's attracted to it like a moth.
Can it have one like quality that
Leanna,
like,
you
maybe
can't-
there's a
The-
worthwhile?
You can't make up these answers.
I'm not making it
these
up. I'm
answers should
searching.
just be. You're
So-
searching what?
I'm searching my brain. So
It is a definite or a
yes,
not?
you can grow things with this lamp.
Because
okay.
you say so.
Yes. So now everyone give your answers.
What?
Braden, what do you choose? Lamp or sunbeam eyes?
Sunbeam eyes.
Sunbeam eyes. What do you choose?
But I'm still shopping.
Captain
vintage.
USA.
I'm gonna go lamp face because it was the
Lamp face.
it was the least discussed.
Least discussed scenario.
Yeah, I feel like there's some wiggle
Jade,
room.
what are
there
you gonna go
somewhere.
with?
I
You
don't-
know, I'm gonna have to go with lamp because
What?
there's way too much, permeating of our atmosphere already by the sun, all this carbon
Oh, wow.
dioxide, greenhouse gases.
Oh,
we
good
do
point.
not
I pick
need
lamp.
more
I pick
sunbeams.
lamp. I pick lamp.
Oh, I don't think
You
you,
all
can
pick-
change your answer.
I'm gonna allow it.
Thank you,
I'm
Leanna.
gonna allow it because I like Braden. So here's the
She
deal.
likes
is
justice too.
nobody asked about it, but in the sunbeam scenario, you are a billionaire and you never have to buy your own new clothes.
Again,
so
there
everyone
was
buys,
no
so
additional
nobody-
information.
Wait.
nobody
Wait,
asked.
wait.
Thanks for
wait.
that lie by
Wait.
omission.
Repeat what you just said out
No,
loud.
nobody asked about this, but in the sunbeam scenario, you're a billionaire and you don't have to buy your own new clothes. So,
So
No.
my gut told me to pick Sunbeam, and I did, and I'm going back to
no,
Sunbeam.
you already.
Billionaire
I'm
No,
sorry,
I'm
switched.
going back to Sunbeam.
I'm sorry you switched, and I'm gonna have to say that Jade actually won because of
Those
her.
are so gross.
Because she's concerned about the environment. Jade, you want a prize? Your
Ooh.
prize is
Ooh.
A prize was involved.
Yeah,
Yes,
prize
there was a prize.
I usually
It is a
win.
still wrapped Captain USA. You'll appreciate this.
Oh my god.
A mint condition issue of fungal biology.
Oh,
That's
Is it
right.
The current
The
issue?
current
No,
issue.
this just came out.
This
I
just
read
came
about it. It's hard to get.
April 2017. This is the current issue. That's
April
yours to take home, Mike.
2017 is not the current issue.
Okay.
We're in August.
That's our show, everyone.
No,
Thank
it's
you
vintage.
so much. Thank you so much for watching.
Happy
We
Saturday.
didn't do plugs. We'll put all the plugs down at the bottom.
Our plug is we'll see you next
Yeah,
month.
we'll see you next